Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 197. Welcome. Well, I have a few finished objects to show you and just a couple of works in progress, so let's just get started and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so for my finished objects, last week I showed you that I was working on Mr. Pursalot. This is a pattern by Crystal over at Chronically Crocheting, and I will put a link below in the description box where you can find the pattern. I'll put to her, well, the pattern is in her Etsy shop where you can purchase it. It's well worth the money. It's super cute. It's not very expensive at all. I think it's less than $3, and it's just so cute. So go over and buy this pattern if you're in the market for a cat. Well, so I made Mr. Pursalot. Now, she did gift me the pattern because she wanted me to review it. And I didn't have it calls for bulky yarn, and so the ones that she has showed on her channel, well, actually she's made different sizes. She made the large one first, and it is so cute. It calls for like 22 millimeter eyes, safety eyes, and uses bulky weight yarn like blanket yarn. But I didn't have that size eyes. Also, I didn't have the that size of yarn to use, or in the color that I was wanting to use. So, but then she showed on her channel where she had made the pattern again, and she used Red Heart Super Saver stripes, and I thought it was so cute the way the colors came out, and so that's what I used for my Mr. Pursalot. And so here is my Mr. Pursalot. Isn't he cute? So this colorway is called, it's Red Heart Super Saver Stripes, like I said, and it is parrot stripes, okay? And so that is the colors that he turned out. Isn't he cute? Oh my goodness. And it did not use the whole skein of yarn. I thought about using, instead of using this is a navy blue I used for the tail. I thought about using this color for the tail to see if I could use up more of the skein, but I just thought it was really cute with the coordinating color for the tail and the ears. See, I used a blue, and so like a navy blue, and that's what I used for his muzzle. So that's what I used. And my eyes that I use are 15 millimeter eyes. It's the largest safety eyes that I had on hand. And so this was made with everything that I had on hand already. Now, I really like the way she does her eyes, the little felt piece behind the eye, but I am terrible at cutting out felt shapes, just terrible at it. And so I used, mine has the white all the way around the eye instead of putting it, I think she has it in the ones that she had done where it was just under the bottom part of the eye, and it looked really cute. But I tried doing that, and I just was not cutting it right, and it made it look like he was crying or something, like sad eyes. It just did not look right. And so what I did is I actually used a spool of thread. It is the real skinny spool of threads, the spools. Don't think I have one within reach. No, those are bigger ones. But anyway, it's the real skinny spools, and they happen to, and I held it up to the eye, and it was larger diameter of the safety eyes, and so I just used that as my guide, traced around on the white felt, and then cut the circles out. And instead of trying to shape it where it was only showing on the bottom part of the eye, I just left it round because I didn't want to mess with it. I mean, you know, I've got it round enough, and I thought, oh, that looks fine. I'm not going to keep trimming on it because then it won't look right. So, anyway. So, that's how I did my eyes. But, it's a super cute pattern. Real easy to put together. I really like the way she did the shaping. Just awesome. I think it's great. So that is my Mr. Pursalot, or I think the smaller one she calls it Mini Meows or something like that. Anyway, so there it is. Okay, So that is finish object number 1. Thank you, Crystal, so much for allowing me to review this pattern. Like I said, written very well, easy to understand. I really like the way she makes that muzzle shape. Is so interesting. I've never done that before, and it's just really cool the way that it works up and comes out. I think that's really cool. So there is Mr. Pursalot. Okay, so on to finish objects number 2. There's 2 of them, but I linked them in one. And this is my Preemie hats number 2 and number 3 for this month, okay? So I made 2 more of the tigers, and so last week I had only the muzzles sewed on, so I made their ears and their eyes and got them all sewed together, okay? So this is actually the 3rd tiger that I've made. Whoops. And like I was telling you before, the yarn made kind of a spiral type stripe. It wasn't really like striped. But I had asked your opinion of people that had watched to comment what they thought about how the patterning came out, if it was okay for tiger hats. And you all said that they looked great. And so I made 2 more of them using some more of the yarn, and in fact I still have some more of that skein, so I don't know if I will make more tiger hats. I might, but or use it for something else, or I could maybe use it, you know, make a larger size, because this pattern is creamofthecropcrochet.com, and if you go to their website, it is a Preemie hat, but they have several versions, like several different sizes that you can make, and I believe this one was the one that was for the 3 to 5 pound Preemie, something like that, and then they even have a newborn size, so they have like 3 or 4, maybe 4 different sizes that you can make options, and so I might go and make another one and just make a different size. Could do that. We'll see. Anyway, so that is Preemie hat 2 and 3 for the month of March. Yes, this is March still, yeah. So I have 1 more I need to make, because my goal was to make 4 Preemie hats per month from January to October. So I would have 40 Preemie hats to donate to the Halloween hat drive. That is a fun donation drive that is for here in my city in one of the hospital NICU departments, okay? So I need to make 1 more Preemie hat next week, because that will be the last week of March. Okay, so finish object number 3 is a tutorial that I just did. So I just released a tutorial. It is a pattern by Yarnspirations. It's called, what is it called? Cute little bunny basket or something. I'll link it below in the description box. But anyway, it is a Yarnspirations pattern. I did a tutorial on it, both left and right handed versions, okay? And here is the basket that I made for that tutorial. So it's a little, you could use it for Easter decoration, you could use it for a spring decoration. I think it's so cute. It's got the pom-pom tail in the back and the bunny face in the front. The basket is made holding 2 strands of yarn together. It is Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Buff. This was some Premier, I think, just yarn, that pink that I got from like Dollar Tree. And I used 12 millimeter eyes. I believe the pattern called for 6 millimeter, but I thought the bigger eyes looked better, so I used 12 millimeter eyes. And of course, this is just some scrap white yarn that I had that I made a pom-pom out of for the tail. So the basket is made, like I said, holding 2 strands together, but then the ears are in inner and outer ear, both you just use 1 strand held together, and also held together. 1 strand. The basket is 2 strands held together. And like I said, I do have a tutorial that I just released and posted the beginning part of this week, just a few days ago. Part 1 and part 2 of how to put this together. And so if you're needing a basket, like I said, it is cute for Easter, but I think it would also be cute for just spring decoration. I think it would be really cute in a nursery to put like changing table supplies, or, you know, washcloths or whatever, in there, even in a bathroom to put washcloths in. Anyway, I think it's super cute. So that's finished object number 3. Okay, so finished object number 4 is craft related but not crochet related. It is a diamond painting that I finished. Back before Christmas, Everyday E-Deals had reached out to me and asked me to review some of their diamond paintings, and so I picked out a diamond painting. They sent it to me, and so a kit, and they sent it to me for me to review and to do a video review of it. And I showed an unboxing where I showed it. I also showed in progress. Yeah, I did a video doing an in progress video. And so now that I finished, I want to do a final video or final review of it. Okay, so it's a great company. I really enjoyed their product. I really love they have such a big variety of different pictures and that you can choose from. So their shipping is quick, fast, and so I did finish the picture, and so I will pop in a picture right here of where I had it. I had it laying out on the floor so you can see the finished image. Okay, so here's that picture. Okay, and then I went on Amazon. I found a frame that was almost perfect. We had to trim just a smidge off, but my husband took care of that for me, and he hung it up or framed it, and we've already got it hanging up in our living room. And so here is a picture of it hanging on the wall, so you can see it in the frame. I got a black frame. It's not glass. It's like a plexiglass type, I guess. Yeah. That is behind, okay, which I think is awesome because that'll keep the dust away from the project. Plus, I think it will keep all the gems that are on there secure. Anyway, here is a picture of it on the wall. So that is my finished diamond painting. I finally got it finished. I really like the way it turned out. It's so cute, and if you watch my first review video of me getting that, I explained how come I did pick that design of the little birds sitting together, because I feel like, well, it's kind of like my husband and I huddled together, not huddled, but, you know, cuddling up together, because we always refer to, when we talk to each other about can't wait to get home, we always refer to it as coming back to our nest. And so that's why I picked that picture. I just thought it was so cute and fitting for us, and so it is now hanging in my living room. So thank you, Everyday E-Deals, for sending me that kit and allowing me to review your product. Okay, so that is finished. That was all my finished objects. So now let's go on to our works in progress, which I just have, let's see, 2. That's it. So I've been really trying to get finished with that basket that I was showing you last week, or I think, yeah, and the week before, I think. But this is going to be for my grandbaby to be, for them to use in their nursery. And so I want to show you the progress. I'm almost finished with it, so I wanted to show you how much more I've done on it. Let me take the yarn ball out. Still has the yarn ball connected. Okay, so here is the basket. Okay, so last week I showed you that I had the images finished, but they were really rough, and so I worked on the inside. I've worked on the tails, so you can't see it, but there was a bunch of tails and a mess on the inside, and so I went through and tried to refine the image, you know, by using the tails to kind of straighten up the edges and things. And so there is the yellow submarine image, okay, and then here is the whale. Let me see, it's not quite, you know, like I said, it's not quite finished on the inside. So anyway, here is the whale. I've got his little smile, and I've worked on the spout there to refine the image, okay? And then around the other side is the 2 octopuses, octopi, and I worked on refining them. Now, it's still wrinkled because it's not quite got all the lining made. I worked on the lining, okay, and I've got it stuffed to the inside right now just to see how it was coming out. Now, one thing I did see about the lining, and my idea was to just keep going up with the pattern, going around and around, and do the same amount of rows, with the basket, and then I would fold it to the inside like a reverse cuff, and then use that to support the sides better, okay? And so I'm liking how that is working. I think it's going to be sturdy. As you can see at the top, it's already got that double thickness. I'm just haven't gotten down far enough yet. I need to put some more rows in it to get it down all the way to the bottom part of the basket, see? And then that will hopefully make that more stable, and then it won't be so wrinkled at the bottom, see that? Okay, so I'm working on that. But one thing I did discover is, even though I was keeping the same stitch count, or at least I think I was getting all these, let me see, show you the inside. See, I'm getting all these wrinkles. It's like the inside was getting too big for the outside, and I think it had to do with probably all the color changing here. My tension probably was a little tight, and so it kind of puckered things. And so this top part, since it doesn't have the any color changing in it, it ended up, it's like bigger. So what I ended up doing is I decreased a few rows, just tried to evenly decrease around, and that has really helped kind of take up that excess of these folds and stuff on the inside. And so I had increased another round, and then that seemed like it was getting too small on the inside. So I ripped that out, and now I think I'm just going to go down without decreasing at all, and I think that will be fine. Now I did, as you can see on the inside, I crocheted another circle, okay, the same size as the base, and I put that in the bottom of the basket, and I stitched through, you know, the two thicknesses of the bases, and in between the base is a circle of plastic canvas, okay, and so the bottom part is going to be very real nice. I think it's going to stand up well. So I'm just going to keep going down with the inside, this part, see, and then I'm going to keep doing it until I get down to the bottom. I think I've got about, I was trying to count rows, and I think I was thinking I only need about 6 or 8 more rows to go, and I would reach the bottom, but I'm just going to see how it goes. And I will keep going until I get down to the bottom, and then I will start securing it to the outer wall, okay, with the same color of yarn, so you won't be able to see that. And then I think that I'll be finished, and then the basket will stand up on its own pretty well. And of course, when you put diapers in it or whatever they want to put in it, I think it would that'll help it a lot. But I'm hoping that this is going to secure that and get those wrinkles out of the image, so it won't look baggy like that. So I think it's working out well. Definitely this double thickness part is helping a lot. So anyway, there is the progress on my yellow submarine basket. That is the theme of the nursery, so that's why I've got that on there. Okay, so I think though, in hindsight, that instead of doing the double thickness for the wall, it probably would have been a whole lot easier if I would have found a bucket to customize the size to fit a container, okay? And so if I do come up with a pattern to do something that's like this, I think that's probably what I will do, because once you get finished with this part, then it's like you want to be done with it. And I think and so if you had a container that it fit inside, then you wouldn't have to do that. And then you could do this cute little like crab stitch or something around the edging, around the top, and I think that would be a cute, that would look cute. So anyway, it's a work in progress pattern. But this is This is how this one's going to be. Okay, so that is, I've been doing a whole lot of work on that. And then working on this tutorial this week and getting that done. And so I really haven't done much of anything else. I do have one more works in progress to show you. I'm working on the B squared cowl, and of course I'm way behind still, but I was working on square number 11. I believe this is square number 11, and so I need to finish that, but here it is so far. It is a, oh, I think it's upside down, yeah. So it is a front loop and then like a row of front loop, not front loop, what do you call that? Not front loop. Oh wow, I can't think of it. Where you go around you do it around the front post. That's it. Yes. So it's you do a row of front post double crochets, and then the back. Then you go the other direction. You know, you turn your work and you do back post double crochets. So it's making this nice thick piece. I can see that this type of stitch would work well for like a cozy, you know, to go around your mug or something. It's kind of, it'd be almost like insulated because it does make a thick piece. So it's a very interesting stitch. And then see, the back side is kind of a flat surface, but then the front side you have this ridged texture. Anyway, so this is square number 11 of the B squared cowl that I'm working on right now. Oops, dropped a stitch marker. Anyway, that is a crochet along that Jill of Fiber Floozy Crafts is hosting. She's doing each square is a different stitch, and it's 63 squares I think in total, but she's doing a tutorial for each one. Okay, and so that one is square number 11. I'm just using what I'm doing is, instead of making it a big blanket in the end with all 63 squares, I'm going to do just like groups of squares and then put them together to make smaller blankets to probably donate to Project Linus or one of the other groups that I donate to. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing, kind of grouping the colors together, and when I get a certain amount, then I'll put those together, and then I'll pick out some more colors to go on to the next squares. So that is works in progress, okay? And that's it. I've not worked on the Sea Life blanket at all, which is terrible because I'm running out of time. Baby's going to be coming soon, but I've really been working on this basket, getting that finished. So definitely got to pull that Sea Life blanket out and get that finished up. So I'm definitely going to be working on that this coming week. Okay, so that's all the projects to show you. I did get some happy mail, and so I'll tell you about that. Now, I'm of course doing the Movie and Stitch collab series, and there are several other YouTubers that are doing that as well. And so I've been trying to watch all the other people that are doing their Movie and Stitch, taking part in it, okay? And so I was watching Nana's Crochet Ideas. That's the name of her channel, and her name is Terri also. And she was showing her project that she was working on. She's working on a Tunisian blanket piece. And so what she was doing is and it's like a Grafghan type thing, but right now she's working her daughter's name in the blanket. And at that point, she only had and they're like block letters. And so at that point, or that video, she was showing, you can only see like the bottom parts of each letter. And so she asked for the viewers to try to guess what her daughter's name was that was worked into that blanket. And so the first video I saw, which was 2 weeks prior to that, I couldn't guess because it was just like very small amount of work at the bottom, you know, and I couldn't figure out what the letters were, so I didn't guess. And then, so the next time I watched, she had done some more work on it and a few more rows up, and so I guessed the daughter's name, what I thought that blanket said, and I was right. And so I did not know that she was going to send me anything. I just guessed because she asked, but I didn't remember that she said it was any prize or anything. Well, then I got an email saying that I had guessed it right and that she was sending me something. And so this is what she sent me. She sent me this big skein right here. Isn't it bright? Of this, it's like neon orange color. Yeah, it's orange. This is Fair Isle is the brand. I never heard of that brand. It's called Fair Isle Quality Yarns. I believe Terri is in California, so I don't know where she got this yarn. It is acrylic yarn, and it is a 7-ounce skein. It's a worsted number 4 weight yarn, and it is in the colorway Orange You Happy, and it is bright neon orange. It's so fun. I really like this. In fact, I think I have some bright, I'm looking, I've got some, I'm trying to remember, I've got some bright green up there that might look really like a neon green. It would be fun for like a kid, you know, a kid's blanket, I think, or project of some sort, or young tweenager. But anyway, so thank you so much for Terri for sending me this yarn. Like I said, I didn't know that you were sending me anything. I was just guessing the name, but thank you so much. And so she also sent me a card in the Happy Mail package, and this cute little card's got little, I guess it's a daisy. I guess, or dandelion, I'm not sure. I think it's a daisy, right? Anyway, it says hello on the card. And then inside the card, she said, thanks for playing. Congrats on getting the name right. And then she asked me a question, and I thought I would read it on here and answer it on here as well as I can. Just in case somebody else might feel like it might be helpful to hear it. I don't know. Anyway, she just asked me, is the graph crochet that you do easier than Tunisian? Because she is working on, like I said, a Tunisian blanket that's a grafghan. And she wanted to know if I had any tips for changing color and not changing the tension because she's having trouble with it puckering, I think, or rolling. Okay, so my answer would be, I think it's just personal opinion as far as if the graph crochet that I do, which I'm thinking she means like, you know, not Tunisian, but just doing like a single crochet back and forth, horizontal, you know, horizontally. I think that's easier because you don't have to keep all those loops on your hook. With Tunisian, it's like to me, it's like you're doing 2 rows twice. I mean, 1 row twice, because you got to go one way to get, you know, the loops on the piece, the cable, or whatever you're using, and then you have to come back and take those loops off. And so to me, it's like you're working that row twice, sort of. I don't know. I like Tunisian crochet in small projects, you know, like washcloths, things like that is fine. But to me, I feel like that I would prefer to do grafghans that are not Tunisian. But that's just, like I said, it's personal opinion. Some people love to do Tunisian that way in big projects, and then some people don't care for it as much. So really personal, you know, personal preference as far as which you think is easier. And then she talked about color changing tips. I did do a tutorial for color changing in just the regular grafghan, and I can link that below in the description box. As far as changing tension, now as you can see when I'm doing it, I still tend to, when I color change, I tend to pull my yarn pretty tightly, and I think probably I I probably do it a little bit too tight. I guess I'm afraid that it's going to come undone or whatever. And so really, I think as far as without changing tension when you're color changing, you just have to be careful about not pulling the yarn too tight when you're color changing. You know, try to do it whatever your tension you're using on the solid areas to be the same as what you're doing in the color changing areas. And so it definitely takes practice. I even don't do it right. Or, you know, I at times I think mine is too tight. So it takes practice and paying attention to what you're doing, I guess. So anyway, maybe that answers your question, Terry. I'm not sure. But thanks so much for sending me this package of Happy Mail. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I just love hearing from people and getting cards as well. So thank you so much. Okay. So upcoming, I'm going to be doing Whip Wall Wednesday this upcoming Wednesday. So you'll see my progress on that project that I've been working on. I just did Movie and Stitch. I'm looking at my notes here. I just did Movie and Stitch. I did the movie that I had watched that starts with the letter E, and I did a review on it, and I also announced the movie I'm going to be watching that starts with the letter F, and I did that video yesterday, and so it's up on my channel. What else? Oh, so I said Preemie hat number 4 would be upcoming. I need to get another one done before the end of this month. So that's upcoming. What else? There's always something upcoming. So stay tuned and see what else I get started on. But like I said, I'm really trying to get these baby things finished for my upcoming grandbaby to be that's going to be born, and so I'm concentrating more on that stuff at the moment, and then I'll pick up. I'm getting a lot of whips now again because I started things and then I've kind of set them aside until I finish the baby stuff. So anyway, stay tuned and you will be seeing me pick up those projects back again that I was working on. Let's see, what else? I made a couple of purchases, not much. I had to go to Hobby Lobby. It was Hobby Lobby. I needed some flannel. Where is it? For the bibs that I showed you last week that I had cut out. I haven't done them yet, but it's these bibs that I had made, and so I did buy some flannel to go on the back, and it's a really pretty gray, well, kind of gray blue. It's like a denim, like a faded denim color, but it is flannel. And so I got a pretty good amount of it, and I'm going to put it on the backs of all those bibs that I made. Plus, I want to make some burp pads also. And then while I was there, I found this fabric that I thought it was really cute. It is a navy blue, and it's got a tiny little paisley design on it. See that? And it kind of reminds me of the bandana, the country bandana print. I thought it would be cute. And I thought it would be cute and kind of manly, you know, for burp pads, like for my son-in-law to use, or my husband, which was going to be a grandpa, when they hold the baby. So anyway, I bought that fabric. And then I ordered some fabric to make a bag out of, and I was wanting to show you. This is going to be for my mother for her birthday. She was wanting me to make a tote bag for her, and so I found this fabric that I ordered, and I finally got it. It took a while. In fact, I'd forgotten about it. And I got it in the mail yesterday, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the fabric I ordered. And so this is the fabric I ordered. Make sure it's not upside down. It is this awesome Alice in Wonderland fabric. Isn't that cute? I love the print. It's got Alice, and it's got the white rabbit, and then it's got the Cheshire Cat, which is one of my mom's favorites. And so I bought this material, fabric. When I was a kid, we always called it material. We didn't call it fabric. Now everybody calls it fabric. But anyway, so I'm going to be using that print for a tote bag that I'm going to be making for my mom. I found an awesome tutorial, and I think well, she's going to be using it as a purse. It's not really a tote bag. It's a purse. And so it's going to have a pocket on the inside. It's going to have a divider with a zipper pocket that goes across the middle that'll like divide into 2 sections. I'm real excited to make it. And so I found a tutorial to teach me how to do it, so that's awesome. And so I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to use this fabric for the main part. And then I have some fabric. It's a blue, this is a remnant piece, but it's a blue navy, kind of a marbled color. But if you look at her dress, it's kind of that same, and it even does have a marbled type appearance. So I'm going to be using that, I think, as it's got some side panels that's a different print than the main fabric. So anyway, I will link that tutorial for that purse that I'm going to be making. I will link it below in the description box so you can see what the design of the purse is going to look like. I'm not going to put the shoulder strap on it. It's got carrying straps, and I'm going to use those only, I think. But check that out if you want to see the bag that I'm going to be working on. I think it's going to be hopefully easy, and I think I'm anxious to see it put together. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing for that. And if I like it, I might cut, if I like it really well, when I'm cutting these pieces out, I may go ahead and have another piece of fabric that I think would be cute in that design too. And so I might cut that out and maybe work on 2 of them at one time. We'll see. But anyway, that's what is upcoming and what is going on here. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. I really appreciate everybody coming on board and subscribing to my channel and following me along on everything that I'm working on. Thank you for my original subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. I appreciate it so much. I enjoy all the comments and things that I get from everybody. It's so fun to read messages from people from all over the place. I just love to share my love for yarn and crafts, mainly crochet, little sewing here and there, but of course my first love is crochet and always will be, and yarn. So thanks so much for following along with me, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would really appreciate it, and follow me along on my projects. So that's it. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.